Hello, my friends, and welcome to the next video in the Create Better Content series, where I show you how to tap into your creativity so that you never run out of content ideas again. My name is Penny, and I'm going to be your guide, and I'm actually the developer of this unique creative content process. I want to teach you how to create more engaging content to post that's going to help you reach more qualified customers. And if you want to learn more about creativity and how this can help you develop your content marketing plans, I would love to see you hit that button below and subscribe to this channel. And below in the description box, you're going to see some links. The first link that you'll see is for the Content Calendar Blueprint. This is an email-based training program. It's a comprehensive guide that I have released that will help you develop a content calendar that's going to be tailored to what your business needs and where your business is in the growth stage. And the best part of this program is that when you get access and when you sign up for the Content Calendar Blueprint, you have access to all of the different paths to develop your marketing strategy. So when you're starting as a starter, or you're wanting to move up to growers, or you're getting ready to launch a program, a product, or a service, you can always come back to this program, to the Content Calendar Blueprint, and click on the link, and it will take you to the level that you need to help you work through your content strategy for your business. And then the second link that you're going to see down there is so that you can join us in the Create Your Business program, so that you can personally go through this process of developing remarkable content, and you don't have to do it alone. You can do this in a supportive group online space, and you can see what happens with your marketing strategy when you experience the creative activities and you actually have people that you can talk with and talk through as you're moving through any of your challenges that you're dealing with your marketing strategy. Okay, so today's video. Today I'm going to talk about content calendars. We're going to stay on this. But what I want to focus on today is I don't want to just talk about how to set your content calendar up, because I know that I've actually done a few videos about this already. But what I want to get into today are are features of your content calendar that you're going to use that are going to be really, really effective. And they're features that are not, your simple put your date here, put the the platform that you're going to post on. This content calendar itself is an amazing marketing tool, and it's going to help your planning process, and it's going to help you spend less time wondering what you're going to write, and then spend more time focusing on your content creation itself. So when we think about a content calendar, and we actually get down to what exactly is a content calendar, it's basically a roadmap. And it's a roadmap that you're going to use so that you can be effective and efficient to manage your content marketing. And you can use it to plan every stage of your content production, from the time that you come up with your brainstorm idea to the time when you're actually posting something online. So let's talk about one of the main things you need to be doing with your content calendar. And it's not just about writing out dates in some tiny little square on a calendar or an Excel spreadsheet. Your content calendar is actually one of the best things that you can use with your marketing strategy to help you define your goals. So when you're planning for your future content, you always start with this question: what is the goal of it? What is the purpose of this content that I'm going to be sharing? And that answer there should be the basis for determining, where you're going to be posting it, frequency of posting it, the format you're going to be posting it, meaning is it going to be videos? Is it going to be, social media, static posts? What kind of format are you going to be doing? And so it's really important to understand what your goal is, because I think sometimes a lot of us go into this content calendar and just say, okay, I just want to do 6 posts on Facebook this week. And 6 posts on Facebook this week about what? And what is the goal? And what am I trying to do? And that's where we want to start. So your content calendar is actually going to help you think about what your goals are. And maybe your goals are something like finding new leads, getting people to come to your website, growing your visibility, growing the number of your social media followers, or growing your email list. Those are all goals. Those are all specific goals, and they're goals that we can track And that's what I mean. So when you're thinking about this content that you're creating, that you're going to put in your content calendar, you want to think about more than just, how often you're going to be publishing stuff. You want to understand these goals, especially before you even sit down to the planning process, because this should be your first step to implementing a content calendar. Pushing out content without a purpose is not going to help your business in the least bit. The only thing it's going to do, it's going to waste time, it's going to waste your energy, it's going to waste your resources. And you won't have a clear idea about what your expected results are and whether what you're doing is even working. So I want you to think about how you can start with your planning process of understanding what your goals are. Your goals are for this content and what you're going to be sharing and what are the results that you're going to be doing. Another thing I want to talk about with the content calendar is, again, I think we all just kind of look at it from a reactive place of what am I working on this week? What am I working on today? Instead of pulling back and looking at the big picture. So when we look at our content calendar, especially if we're planning out, we do it for a month, a quarter, a year, all of that kind of stuff. You want to use your content calendar as a calendar. You want to mark down all of the important things that are going on the calendar year. You want to think about holidays, and I mean holidays in the sense, if your business is seasonal and you are doing things around the holidays, that's amazing. But there's also holidays for those of us like myself who are more of a service consulting type of thing, where you want to make sure that I don't want to be working on the holidays, so I want to make sure that I work ahead so that I can get all this stuff done, so that I can automate it, so that I've got content that's still going out while I can take some time off around the holidays. Like that kind of stuff. We also want to mark promotions. Are you launching a product or a service? Do you have a membership program that's going to be starting? All of those kinds of things need to go into the content calendar first. So you want to determine, what the most important milestones, the most important events, the most important things that are happening in your business, those all go into the content calendar first. And then you start to add in the content that is going to build up to the sales funnel that you're going to do for the launch. The important dates, the workshops that you're going to be doing. All of that stuff gets filled in. But first you need to make sure what you're doing is adding in the important pieces first, rather than just being reactive to what's happening this week. And for those of you who really need some help with your content calendar and working through, especially if you really wanted to do a launch, as I shared with you earlier in this video, down below there is a link for the content calendar blueprint. And one of the levels that we work through there is helping you launch. I actually show you how to work through a 3-month launch process to help you develop your content calendar. To move people through that customer buyer's journey, to help them move from the awareness of your business down to making that decision and to participate and to actually buy from you during your launch. So go down there on that link and you can see that below and you can learn more about the program itself. But let's get back into this content calendar idea. So another thing that we're going to be doing with regards to our content calendar is that you also have the opportunity within your content calendar to help you with your evergreen content. So I know I just talked about, in the content, we wanted to make sure that specific dates were in their timelines, milestones, all of these major things that are happening within your business. But in between all of that, there's this thing called evergreen content that we should all be using. If you're not using it, I know that I do have a few videos that I've done about evergreen content that I can share in the links below. So go down there and look for that. But evergreen content is just content that's not tied to a certain date. And it's useful to both your customers and helping with your business awareness. It's stuff that's relevant. It's information and valuable information that's being searched online by your target audience. This is the kind of content that's likely going to keep getting clicks to your website and visits and all kinds of sharing even after you've originally published it. And it's really easy to reintroduce these, blog posts to people who haven't seen this before too. So there's the whole idea of repurposing this content and really making sure that you continue to share it, especially if it is highly valuable content that you know is already being searched and is already being shared a lot online. You can always tell by your analytics to see what's working and what's not working. So there should be a place in your calendar for repurposing. There should be a place in your calendar where you can find some ways that you're not always having to create content just from scratch. That you can use some of your older blog posts, you can use some of your older videos, you can use a lot of these things, and you can just update it. So you can take a blog post and you can pull a couple of lines from it and turn it into like an image that you would use on Instagram. You can use a couple of paragraphs of it and then turn it into a really quick reel or a really quick story or something like that. So you can take really great content that you currently have and repurpose it into different platforms, into different formats. If you look at it like that, but with the fabulous thing, that's the word I was looking for. I was trying to say fantastic, but fabulous came out. Both of these are applicable to what I'm trying to say. Both of these ways are going to help you work through this with your content calendar. Your content calendar gives you like a full view of everything that you've been posting and everything that you're working on. So you can see where the gaps are, where you can fill in with evergreen content. You can see what's going on, especially let's talk through that launch. If you are working through that launch, what is something that you can repurpose? Maybe you did write a blog post because you've got a lead magnet because you want people to get on your email list. That is part of your launch process. So that blog post can get repurposed. And all of these steps that you're going to do with repurposing can be listed and should be listed on your content calendar. So there's more to the content calendar than just seeing what am I doing Monday morning, what's getting posted on Friday afternoon. There's so much that we could be doing with our content calendar to look at it towards our planning process to help us really see what's working with our marketing strategy and how we can keep moving forward, how we can keep sharing valuable content, how we can keep reaching our target audience. And we take a look through this, and when we go through our content calendar and we're utilizing it in the best way possible, where it becomes a huge piece of our strategy rather just something that we're just using, sticky notes, around our desk. This is the point of the content calendar, and this is why your business needs a really effective and efficient content calendar, because being organized and planning your post in your content calendar and tracking what's working is going to be one of the best ways that you can use to optimize your marketing strategy. And your content calendar is going to definitely help you share some high quality posts. It's going to make sure that you are on the relevant platforms and reaching the people that you need to be reaching. But it's also going to make sure that you are staying consistent, that you are sharing your marketing messages, and you are growing your business online. So thank you so much for joining me today on this creative journey. If you've enjoyed this content about creative content development, I hope you'll hit the share button and let's keep this conversation going. Because when it comes down to creating content, and I mean content with intention and purpose, it's not just about throwing some stuff up online because you promised yourself that you're going to be more consistent and you said, I'm going to show up more often. A converting content strategy is not random posts. It has to be about the bigger picture. It has to be about all of these things that I talked about in today's video. And that content calendar blueprint program that I was telling you about, it's a comprehensive guide that's going to help you develop the content calendar that's tailored to your business's needs and where you are in your growth stage. And the best part of this program is that you already have access to all of the paths that you need to develop your marketing strategy. So when you're ready to go to the next level or you're ready to launch something, you can always come back to the Content Calendar Blueprint program and click on a link, and it will take you to another path that's going to help you grow your business. You are magnificent, my friend, and let me be the first to say, I'm proud of you. Until next time.